Well, hi, friends. It's Thursday, Thanksgiving Thursday. I don't know if anybody will be on tonight, which is completely understandable, but I had some free time. So we always eat early on Thanksgiving. So got home, after our tryptophan coma, and my husband took a nap. And I came in here and worked on some projects, trying to get some envelopes addressed, all that kind of stuff. So I thought I would come on. I'm mailing out some card kits that I had extra of. So I thought I would do a video on how to put them together so that they have something to reference. So anyways, we're going to turn the camera down. Not really expecting anybody to be on tonight, but if somebody shows up, that's okay. That is okay. Is there any sticky stuff? I think there's sticky stuff on this, so I'm going to get rid of this paper. Well, hi, Tracy. I'm surprised anybody's on tonight because I figured everybody would be busy doing other things, but I'm got to be in the craft room. So I made, we did 2 cards, and Tracy was there. We made 2 cards last Saturday with a group of ladies from the church I attend, and just a fun day. And so I thought, I've got these extra kits that I would just mail them out to people who commented on my post. So, I couldn't find the cards. I couldn't find my finished cards. So I'm assuming I probably mailed them out. So anyways, I'm just going by my kits that I have. It's like, oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm still kind of in that tryptophan coma. So this card, standard base, 8.5 by 4.5, 5.5, scored at 4.25. For the inside, 4 by 5.25. I've got the last piece of that ribbon that I used for all those kits. Got one piece left. I'm using a piece of bubble bath that is 4 by 5.25. And then I'm using what is this? Well, this is the wrong paper. Wrong. I am using, what am I using? Everyday Skies, which is still available. It's lots of pretty paper with sky themes on one side. Whoops, it's pretty paper. So, but I use scraps. This is kind of a scrap thing. You'll need 2 pieces that are 1 1/8 by 3 3/4. 2 pieces. I use the same piece. I'll use, you could use the same, you could do whatever, but I'm going to rotate them. I'm going to use one side and then the other. So got 2 of those, 1 1/8 by 3 3/4. I have another 2 pieces that are 1 1/4 by 2 5/8. I think I like this one better for the front and that one. So I'm going to do different panels, but you could not do that. So you need a piece of white that's 2 3/8 by 1 3/8. You'll need an embossing folder, which I am probably going to use the dotted circles. So I'm probably going to use that. I don't even have a stamp set out, y'all. I just got this finished right before I went on. Did get my Christmas trees up yesterday with my grandson. They don't have ornaments yet, but it'll get there. So I'm going to take this bubble bath, and I'm going to not adhere the white. We'll keep that off, but we'll glue these on. What's going to happen is you're going to have roughly maybe 1/8 of an inch border like this and like this. So you're going to glue that down and you're going to emboss it. Easy peasy, right? So I'm going to get my liquid glue out. My husband got me one of those purple metal like workshop drawer things. Purple one. I have a white one, but and I have that kind of with my mailing station. Oops, that kind of moved. But I got a purple one now. And I have that, actually, it's just right in front of me, and I have my little die cutting machine on top of it because it fits perfectly right on top of it, and got things in the drawers. I put things that I use readily right there. So there's that. So did you guys go anywhere, Tracy, or just stay home and have your own good cooking? I think Carol told me that they usually order their dinner from Cracker Barrel. I thought, well, that's a good idea if you like Cracker Barrel. I mean, I like Cracker Barrel, but I've never had like a turkey dinner from there or from Bob Evans. We always have it at my mother-in-law's, so that I just can't imagine. I made a sweet potato casserole, mac and cheese, and a chocolate cream pie, and an apple pie. So I'm going to go emboss this really quick with this embossing folder. Okay. Slap that in there and crank it through. I like this one because it gives a lot of detail. Some embossing folders don't quite give you as much detail as this one does. There we go. And wow, now that bubble bath just kind of blends right into it. You can't even tell that there's a designer series paper there, but there is. Okay, so there you go. So this white piece is what you want to stamp on. So did you have your oyster stuffing? Well, you were talking about oyster stuffing, so I thought, wow, you're going to have some oyster stuffing. So I am going to use the 12 Days of Crafting Advent Calendar, which comes in the Advent box, which is an awesome little box of all kinds of crafting goodies. The one thing you get that's not in the Advent is this stamp set, and it's like a double stamp set because it has lots of words and lots of images. So I really like that. I'm using it also in I'm using the flowers for the other card. But I am going to put thinking of you, there you are, thinking of you. And I'm going to use Azure Afternoon because that's the color of the cardstock I'm using too. So I'm going to do that. But yeah, we got home, I don't know, we got home around 3:30 and John went to take a nap. And I came in here. So yep, I'm right with you. Right with you. I plan on doing some shopping tomorrow. We usually always go out. We like to go to Menards, of all places. Yeah, Menards. Like to go there. And I think I'm going to do, I'm going to do butterfly. I wasn't going to do this per se masculine, but I'm going to stamp that off. Put that like that. And I'll clean that. And I got to get the little body, but that needs to be, I can do it in the darker blue. I don't have to go black. But I'm not sure yet. I haven't even looked at ads and stuff. I don't really have that many people to buy for anymore. The adults, we do a white elephant gift exchange, so we don't buy gifts for each other. It's like, I don't need anything. Most people don't need anything. They don't have the room for anything. So that's going to go right there. But I'm going to put this on the base before I put it on there, because I need that on dimensionals. So anyways, that's what we will most likely do, is go there. I've got some things. I do probably, unfortunately, I do a lot of my shopping online. I would rather, shop small businesses if small businesses have what I wanted. Okay, so there's that. This is going to get popped up on, I have some dimensionals right here. I need my crappy scissors. I know when we got over there around a little bit before 12 today over at my mother-in-law's, I guess they forgot to get the stuffing in. And so they were scrambling. And it's like, oh, well, that was 12. I mean, in an hour it would be done because, they want everybody over by 12:30 so you can visit and all that stuff. And then we eat. So it's like, I know my mother-in-law was a bit concerned, but Carlin was like, yeah, it'll get done. It's fine. But it's funny. She did forget the rolls. I don't eat rolls at dinner because that's not an important food for me. I want to eat all the other stuff. The roll will just fill me up. You know what? This is not the right size. Not at all. I'm going to cut some off. Something's not right. I thought I measured what my kits were. So maybe I lied. I don't know. It's always possible. Let's see. Okay, that'll fit a little bit better now. The width seems okay. It's just the length that didn't seem all right. So there's that. And there is this. So with this bow, that's going to make it more of a girly card, I guess. I really like this ribbon. It's pretty. It is pretty. Yeah, because I thought you would have some oyster stuffing, Tracy. That's what I was thinking. You were talking about oyster stuffing. I'm not a big fan of oysters at all, or clams. Now, I would eat my mom's clam chowder. Couldn't even tell anything was in there. I don't like slimy stuff, I guess. Soft slimy stuff. I like fish. I like crab, shellfish generally, but I don't like those shellfish. I'm going to mess this up. Watch. No, that actually turned out pretty good. That worked pretty good. Pretty good. And anyway, so I was like, I'm not sure how if I would like that or not. I don't know. But I always tell people, it's like, if you want me to try something, it's best not to tell me what's in it, so I can have a good, honest opinion. I know I tried some spicy jelly. Well, hi, Cindy. All your family head home? My niece and nephew had like some crackers with he did some smoked cheese in a smoker. It was really good. And then they had like some spice jelly. Wow. I'm just saying, wow. It was, the spice jelly, for me, it was a little spicy. First time I hardly took any, but I could tell that there was a little bit of heat, and then I got a little bit braver and took a little bit more. And look, I'm using the traditional sparkling sequins, which are Christmas, but they have these pale blue. They're probably balmy blue, but I'm using them on this card. I love these. To me, they could be all season. I just think they're just so pretty. And so that's what everybody's getting in their kits, are these sequins. I don't even remember what I put on those cards. Isn't that horrible? It's like, and the pictures I didn't take pictures well enough myself, I don't think. So it's like, okay, that's just how it goes. We are winging it. Okay, so we got the thinking of you and healing hugs. Healing hugs is what we're going to do because I need more of those. More of those type cards. So I was watching, I think Rhonda Wade happened to catch her, and she was saying that they are really running low on most things now on that sale. So it's like, well, I'm going to place an order. Hopefully, I don't know if it'll be the end of the month or beginning of the month. And we'll see, because I did order another paper trimmer. And I know, it's like, why? Because I like to have extras, and we know that I am hard on stuff. I am just hard on equipment. Oh no, you have COVID? Now, where did you catch that from? I am so sorry, Cindy. That is a bummer. I'm going to do this again. It's like, where were you that you got COVID? Do you feel sick? You probably felt something. That's probably why you tested, because you didn't feel good. Ugh. Oh, man, I sure hope you're feeling better. When did you test, I'm wondering? Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess you're only contagious they only say you have to stay away from people for like 5 days. So did you feel like you had a cold? It's like anymore. It's like when somebody says they have a cold, I'm like, you sure? Are you sure? I know when COVID, even when it was still a new thing, my mother-in-law had like cold symptoms. And it's like, you just have a cold, just a cold. And she went to the doctor for something else, and they tested her, and she had COVID. And that was like at the very beginning of COVID. So, I mean, the range of symptoms is just it just stretches so far. Okay, so there's that. Yeah. Well, she's giving you more time than most do. I know my doctor's always said 5 days, 5 days from the time you're tested. But how are you feeling? That's what I'm wondering. How are you feeling? Do you feel sick, or do you feel fine? Because generally me, it was always, I feel fine. I don't feel sick. Let's get that in there. And this is the card kit, Cindy, that you will be getting. This one. Because you didn't want Christmas. But that's a pretty card. Simple. Embossing just steps it up a little bit. But that's card 1. Now, the Christmas card is the other template that I had, using my favorite Christmas paper. Some of the people got something like that, and then some got this. You're using both sides of the paper. It's very pretty. And I used my Delcata, which Stampin' Up! Did carry for a holiday season several years ago. And I still have it, and I got a re-inker. And then I'm using Real Red. So the base, let's see. Fever and a headache. Oh, man. So your base is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. I'm using Real Red. Oops, got some greenery. So I did the flowers from this set. because I felt like that kind of was a poinsettia. And I used the Delcata in the center because the paper has gold in the center. So that's kind of why I went with the gold. And I had it. Since I had it, I used it. And these are the greenery that's in the dyes, and I tried to add some color to it, but you can't really tell. These are probably actually Granny Apple Green. This is Old Olive, so they weren't the same, but I just decided I wasn't going to cut another set when I already got those. So that's how it is. This piece is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. You need some scrap white. You need, in your kit, I think I gave you another scrap white to die cut something for your card. But this, I'll show you what I'm going to do with this piece. This is for the inside white, 4 by 5 1/4. This piece is 3 3/4 by 5 of Designer Series paper that you got to cut. So I'm going to move this stuff around. We should take bets on whether I lose it or not. Well, I sure hope you feel better. I was hoping to see you Tuesday, so I hope you're well enough to come. But if you aren't, I completely understand how that is. Where did my pencil go? I had a pencil. There it is. My pencil. With this, I gave you this die cut, and you just need to draw around it, and then you're going to cut this out. Because this is what you're going to stamp your sentiment on. And when you cut it, cut on the inside of the line, okay? It doesn't have to fit exactly. It's not that important to be exact because it's going to go underneath. Where are my good scissors? Well, where did they go? Who knows? Well, we're going to use some other scissors because I can't find them. I am just cutting this out, going on the inside, because this is just going to go right underneath this cool little thing. And I'll show you where I got that from. And then I'll show you how to cut your DSP. There. So see, now you left a little bit of a border. Not important. Okay. This is going to go under here like that. So I used this Swirled Designs dies. I really like these. The circles have 2 dies, and these diamonds have 2 dies. You've got some leaves, flowers, stars. So I need to get more into those, but I've been kind of stuck on this circle. I like it. I'm going to stamp on here. I need black, basic black. Oh. Yep, I know. It's okay. Oh, I think Susie and maybe a friend are coming Tuesday night, and I think Jen's coming Tuesday night. That's going in the center like that. And then I'm just going to use a little bit of glue. Use this little fine tip jobby to just put some glue in the big spots. I know John's just been so tired, and he was noticing because he looked back on his heart rate, because I guess he's been taking it for a lot longer than since his ablation, and he said that his ablation, since his ablation, is now that the heart that's made the heart rate be a lot. Well, I'm assuming his heart rate's lower since he had the ablation done. So, yeah. So, we just don't want the white sticking out too much. Okay, like that. That's good. Okay, we'll leave that over there. Cover this up because we got to cut. I don't want to lose these. Let's put those on there. Move everything to the side so I can bring my paper trimmer out so I can show you. It's not rocket science. Okay, so this is 3 3/4 by 5. You're doing diagonal cuts both ways. But you got to hold your paper in place. Try and hold your paper in place and just rotate it like this. Which, yeah, your paper, because it's a kit, is already going to have this cut, but you'll see how everything is put together. So there you got 4 pieces, okay? And then you want to flip too. You could do the sides, whichever one you want. And if you want them all the same, you could do that too. Whatever you want. But that's how you do that. Cut. Put that back. Okay. And then we will put this all together. I need my bone folder because I haven't done that yet. Okay. There's that. And there's that. Okay. And it's allergy season. My nose has been just a running. I know my daughter has to work tonight, so she had to leave early. And didn't get to see my other niece, Donna, because she had to work tonight, but she had to work earlier. Katie has to be to work like at 8, but she needs to sleep. She hasn't slept. I usually put like the top and the bottom on first. I put one, either the left and right or the top and bottom on first, and then put the other direction on. Think like this. And like this, yep. So do you have any idea where you may have gotten this from, this bug? Is Donna sick? I can't believe next week, well, yeah, is December. It's like, oh my gosh. I need to get, I have a pre-lit tree for my snowman tree, but the other one, Tyler put the tree up, but it needs to be fluffed out. The tree that Tyler put up, I threw him under the bus. I made him put that one up, and that was one that required matching branch colors and all that stuff. And all the purples go here and all the greens go here, that kind of thing. Come on. Let's get this in a little better. I think that's good. Is that good? That's good. That's good. Okay. This can go here on dimensionals. I just love this paper. Huh. Nobody else you know is sick? I mean, I just don't, I hardly ever get sick. Knock on wood. I always assume that's because I just have a very strong immune system because I drank tap water and, well, I lived up in Alaska, so that's why. I blame it all on that. Living up there made me sturdy. Okay, so I need more embellishments. Okay, I just had, oh, I'll put them back. Okay, it's like I just had my rotten scissors. Oh, come on now. I know my friend Jen, her back's been out, and she said that she was going to try and work a 4-hour shift tomorrow because she hasn't worked for over a week because her back's been out. I think she has like a bulging disc. She has to have an Maybe she already had an MRI. She may have already had an MRI. But yeah, she couldn't feel her leg. Her one side, she couldn't feel it at all. And she fell several times. And she started walking with the cane until she got to feeling better. But yeah, they said with the MRI, she had certain issues with her lower back. Okay, so this goes like this, straight. And my flowers. Oh, man. Well, I'm sorry you didn't get to see your family. That's just disappointing. So when did you have to cancel? Did you just cancel it recently or a couple days ago? So you didn't have to do any food prep. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on these. Don't need a lot. I need to refill this, I think. These are not easy to fill, I have to say. They are not. Ah, there's that. Probably too much. Then I'm going to put that one over. Like that. That is good. So put that away and get those back out because we need the pretty gold ones. This was my original card, and that some of the kits have this paper, still the same pack. But I'm going to use these. I have some red. I'll use some red. Oops. Like that. There's that, and now I need my white. Put that away. And where's my white? White, right here. There's my here. There's that. And I'm going to clean this off because it's kind of gunky. Wow. Okay. So there's that. And my black. Yeah, because it's like I'm really kind of waiting to see anytime after the 28th I can place another order. So I'm waiting to see if the white comes back into stock. Because that one is one of the big things I wanted. I ordered a pack of vanilla. I should have ordered 2, but as it seems like when I use it, I use a lot of it, and then I don't use it for a long time. Because I use mostly white, but I need a couple basic white. That is for sure. So what do we want? I think I'm going to do the flower again on the inside. Yes, I do. And I've got the gold. Like that. That's good. And I need to clean this up. I need to put that drawing for that stamp set in my phone so I don't forget. I'm glad that Donna, your sister, reminded me. She sent me a text on Tuesday. I completely forgot. Completely forgot. I mean, I went all through Monday. Nobody said anything, and I completely forgot about it. It's like, oh my gosh. I usually have it in my phone to remind myself because I'll forget. I'll start working and I'll just keep moseying on through. I like that gold. I just re-inked it before the class. You just see a faint, and you probably could get this Delcata on Amazon. They have silver and gold. Pigment ink, golden glitz, but it's pretty. So I got clean that, and then I'll put this in, and we will be done. See, easy cards, easy cards. And there we go. I know growing up, we always had Thanksgiving late. You know, like 6 o'clock, we had our main dinner. And even when I worked, you know, I got off at 6, so I didn't get home until like 6:30. And but we always had dinner, you know, around that time. And my mother-in-law, I don't know, when we moved here, we usually have it early because everybody's usually off. Usually, unless you work retail, then you're not off. I'm trying to think because I usually did not have to work on Christmas, even working retail. I mean, Thanksgiving. I was really lucky. Well, I shouldn't say that. I would have to go in. I could have the meal. I didn't miss the main meal for Thanksgiving. But like when I worked at Walmart, I had to go in, be in at like 4. Whereas Katie has to be in at 8. So anyway, there's that card. Some people got this kit. I had 3 Christmas kits. And then I had, actually, I think I had like 6 of this. So most people, I'm going to be able to give them to them. I think I'll have to mail a couple to Kay and Tanya. Mail them theirs, but everybody else I'll see this coming up week. So anyway, I really appreciate you guys stopping by. And I sure hope, my brother and wife, oh, they were coming too? Oh, man. That is such a bummer, Cindy. I'm sorry. So they ended up not coming either? That is just a bummer. Oh, you canceled on Tuesday. Okay, so you gave them plenty of notice, so they knew. Okay. Okay, well, I sure hope you continue to get better. And I hope I see you Tuesday, but if not, I know how that is. It's just a bummer to get sick during the holidays. So I'll be talking to you. So I'll hopefully see you all Tuesday, but you guys have a great rest of your day and a good weekend. If you need anything, Cindy, holler. I can bring you food, whatever you need. Just give me a holler. And I'll see y'all later. Bye, guys. Have a great evening.